100% setup confidence in like under 5 minutes. And this is how you do it. Now, this looks very confusing when you just open it up, but it's really simple and easy to use. I also want to say that you can use this program or this browser extension or whatever, even if you are running the practice yourself or if you're simulating. Now, when you run the practice yourself, it's a little bit more finicky, but you can do it still. Now, let's get into it. So it's easy to use, very simple to use. The first thing you need to do is select the track you are currently at. We are at Bahrain, say clear. And now you need to, on the top here, you want to put your driver's names into these columns so that you don't get confused. We have Seb and Lance. And now you just load a preset. So this is basically how you want to use, how you want to set up the two drivers. You will get at least a close to 100, like an 80% or so on one of your drivers. It's also very easy to use. If you have two monitors, you can just put the one on the one screen and your game on the other one. If you have only one monitor, you just alt-tab between this and your game. And that's also an easy way to use it. So now we're just going to set this up into our driver setup. So I'm going to do that quickly. So now I've used this in my driver setups, and now we just send them out to simulate one practice session. As simple as that. Simulate the session. And now we just put in the changes that the race engineers have made. So we go in, so you see 87 already on Sebastian Vettel. And now all we do is we put in these changes and we say exactly what the feedback was. So I'm going to do that now on this one. So now I've placed in the changes that they have made in the simulation, in the practice. And now I'm just going to, on the right side, I'm going to put in the feedback. So basically it's great, good, great, and optimal. And now all we do is we say find setup, and now we put in these changes they've just made. So now I've made the changes on my drivers to have the same setup that they've given me, and I'm going to do it with Lance as well, and then I'm sending them out again. Now with Lance, obviously we are going to switch over to his little thing because his will be different compared to Sebastian's. So now once again I'm going to fill in the changes they've made and then give the feedback. Now just to fill in this. Good, great, and great. And now, whoops. And now I'm just going to say find setup. And this is what I need to let's see how this goes. Maybe, like I said, sometimes it's a little bit finicky, but it works. And I'm just going to make the changes quickly. So now I've made the changes that they've recommended, and I'm going to send them out on another simulation session, on another practice session, and we'll see what they come back with. And 89. Now once again, we're just going to make the changes that they've made and put in the feedback. So I've made the changes that they've made for Sebastian after the second practice session, and now I'm going to say find again, and there's just this two that I'm going to change this time around to 3.10 and all the way to the left. And that's Sebastian's setup finished. Now we're going to do Lance. So once again, I'm going to click on this one, change to Lance, make the quick changes that they've made for Lance Stroll during this session. They've made quite a few changes actually. So I've made the changes, and now once again I'm just going to fill this in. Great, good, and great. And now I'm going to say find setup. And now I'm going to make these changes for him. So it's going to be 4.5, 11.5, 6. This should be 3.7 and 3.5. And this is 25. And now I'm just going to send them out on the very last practice session. And there we go, 100. Well, Lance Stroll is at 90. I think I forgot to clear his history or something. But I mean, as you can see, this is how simple and easy it is to use. It's like I don't know, 5 minutes, 5 minutes to use, and you have it. Now you can also use this while you're actually doing the practice yourself. It's a little bit different doing it that way, but you can figure it out and still do the practice yourself and use this to get 100% setup, and that way you can decide what tires they use during the practice session. But that's it, boys. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.